first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Take it in at the 22. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At the 24-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll try to run the option here. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
That's the end of the first.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards.
And the Browns first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. A 6-yard pick.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
To kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Up 2nd and 1.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
This is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
14.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second and goal, here's the option. Quickly completed to the right flat. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Back to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
From the contact.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with that bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
14.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
One brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 45-yard line.
And some room to maneuver. And they're well past across midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Here's Singletary. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there.
A gain of 30. First down, Cleveland.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. on first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mayfield now from the 50. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mayfield now. Open man is Anderson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. From the red zone now, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brings up second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
The play brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Browns send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play here for the Bills. 62 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Bills 23, Browns 21. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they?